Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K23 video. And in today's video, I got another episode of Budget Badge Layouts for you guys. In today's episode of Budget Badge Layouts, we're going to be doing finishing badge layouts for big men, okay? And in today's episode, we're going to do, two layouts. I have a 13 badge layout for big men, and then I'm also going to have a 27 badge layout for big men. As you see by these two builds right here, these are the builds that I'm going to be using. All of the builds are going to have the same, similar physical abilities and stuff like that. They're both going to be 7 feet tall. They're both going to be 250 pounds. They're both going to have a 7'5" wingspan, and they're both going to have 98 strength. I just want to make the build on, as fair terms as possible. All the other stuff of the build doesn't matter, so I'm going to be moving stuff up and moving stuff down and stuff like that. I don't really plan to put anything that might give one build a fair advantage over the other. For example, like putting up post control so that I could get better playmaking, like, quick first step, or like, unpluckable Hall of Fame if I was doing playmaking. I don't plan to do anything like that. I plan to just strictly give these guys decent to really good finishing, and then just show you guys what I would run for each build. So let's just jump right into it. First build we're going to be knocking out is the build with 13 badges. So as you can see, they're both going to be center build, 7 feet, 250, 7'5". Body shape don't matter, but I always go defined. These are the stats: a 75 close shot, 52 layup, 72 driving dunk, 80 standing dunk with a 72 post control. Now this is going to be more so for people who are just, putting a little bit of finishing on their build, because they just don't want to be, one dimensional. You don't want to just be a shooting big or defensive big. You want to have a little bit of finishing so you can run the pick and roll, so you could post up a little bit, finish down low, and not have to worry about your, bricking every layup, missing every dunk and stuff like that. So 13 finishing with 70 to 80 kind of capped finishing. You know what I'm saying? The defense and stuff like that don't matter, because none of these things are going to affect any finishing badges. And then, of course, like I said, I went with a 98 strength. None of this stuff in the physicals is going to affect any finishing except for strength. So 98 is the baseline for both builds. So it's not going to, anything else is going to matter. Takeover is not going to matter, but I made sure both builds had post scoring and glass cleaning takeover. Again, none of these things matter. I just have to go through this just so that we can get to the build tester, so I can actually put on the badges. So here we go. Gonna go into the build tester. We're gonna make our build 99, so we have access to all badges and attributes, obviously. And the basis for this build, we're going to start off, we're not going to have any gold badges on this build, which might be shocking to some people, but we're not rocking any gold badges. The only gold badge on this on here that I would honestly even consider rocking would be gold back down Punisher. But even, with, you got to think, even with 98 strength, you really aren't going to need gold back down Punisher. You could get away with a lower level of back down Punisher. So that's why I didn't go with gold. If I had lower strength, like a 80 to 70 strength, somewhere in between there, I probably would go up to a gold back down Punisher to, have a little bit more success when backing people down. And also to combat people who are going to possibly be running brick wall, which is going to help with stopping us. As you can see, it's tough to back down in the post. It's going to, prevent us from using back down Punisher and backing down in the post and stuff like that. If I was lower rated strength, I would go with higher levels, gold, Hall of Fame. But since I have a 98 strength, I'm already going to be strong in the post. I'm going to be going with silver back down Punisher. I'm also going to be going with silver drop stepper, just because that's the max that we could go with. You always want to go with max drop stepper, because it's a really, really good badge still. Also going to go with silver rise up, because that's going to help us with getting those dunks in the paint, rising up quickly and dunking the ball before the defender even has any chance to stop us, get a block, force us out of the animation and stuff like that. You always want to be running rise up, if you're a big with standing dunks. If you don't have standing dunks, then rise up is useless to you, but I like to run rise up. It's going to increase the chance of you dunking on people and stuff like that. And then I also like to run fast twitch, because fast twitch pairs up with Rise Up. They both stack. It's going to help you, speed up your ability to lay the ball up or dunk the ball. So if you have fast twitch paired with Rise Up, you're going to be dunking the ball a lot. You're going to be dunking it quickly before the defense gets a chance to even contest you. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 4 silver badges, and these are going to be the basis that we build our build around. Back down Punisher, drop stepper, Rise Up, fast twitch, back down Punisher, and drop stepper for when we're posting up and stuff like that. And then fast twitch and Rise Up is going to kick in with us posting up, but also when we run that pick and roll and our PG drops the ball off to us and download off the pick and roll, that Rise Up and fast twitch is going to help us with laying the ball up quickly or getting a dunk or even dunking on somebody quickly. But it's also going to help you with laying the ball up or dunking the ball up quickly while posting up, drop stepping people, backing people down underneath the basket and the paint and stuff like that too. So all 4 of these badges work in conjunction with each other. So that's why I like these badges as far as on a big men build. And then finally, our last 3 badges are going to obviously be bronze badges. Number 1, we're going to be running post spin technician, mostly because I don't like being one-dimensional. The worst thing you can do in basketball, not just in video games, but just in general, is be one-dimensional. If you notice the NBA, there is no one-dimensional players. If you're a one-dimensional player, you are, just legendary at whatever it is that one thing you are good at doing. You have to be absolutely extraordinary to still be on the court while only being able to do one thing. The guys used to be defensive stoppers and lockdowns and stuff like that. Those guys aren't really around no more. Why? Because a lot of those guys couldn't shoot. Your Matisse Thybulles, your Andre Robisons, you know what I'm saying? Your Dabo Cephalosas and stuff like that. The guys who, your Tony Allens, your guys who could lock down the other opposing players, best offensive player. But then on offense themselves, they were just terrible. All they could do is lay the ball up or catch a dunk, an alley-oop or something. But they couldn't shoot, they couldn't dribble, they couldn't really do anything. You know what I'm saying? And that makes you a liability. In today's NBA, you don't really see one-dimensional players. At the very least, you need to be a two-way. Either a 3-and-D guy, play defense and shoot threes, or a two-way playmaker, being able to play defense and, distribute the ball, a la like Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do something, but you can't be one-dimensional. So we're going to be able to back people down. We're going to be able to drop step them, right? But you also want to be able to, work in the post, and post spin technician is going to give us that ability to, do some post moves, some fake half spins or spins, drives and stuff like that off the spins and stuff like that. Post spin technician is going to help you with not just being a one-dimensional, because people can kind of, get in rhythm. Oh, he's just going to drop step me. He's just going to drop step me. And what that's going to lead to is people helping, people pulling a chair on you and stuff like that, because they're going to be so used to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, when you start to drop step, they're going to start reaching on you and stuff like that. So you kind of want to be able to mix it up. So we're going to have the drop stepping ability. We're going to be able to back people down, and we're going to be able to post spin on them as well too. And the best part about post spin technician is it's not just for down low. You could post spin people and get that post spin animation when you blow past them on the perimeter, in the mid range, at the 3-point line, wherever you can post up, you can get the post spin technician animations to pop up and stuff like that. So post spin, really underrated. Fearless finisher, definitely going to be another one of my badges, one of my favorite badges as far as finishing badges go this year. Fearless finisher is just tremendously good, and it's going to help you with absorbing contact. You're going to lose less stamina when you go up with the ball, and you're going to be able to finish at a higher rate when you run in fearless finisher when it's a contact layup, And fearless finisher, it pairs really well with a lot of badges. It works really well with acrobat. It works well with bully. It works well with drop stepper, back down punisher. Why? Because those are going to be plays where you get a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to get a lot of contact. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of want that ability, to finish through the contact and stuff like that, because most of your your buckets are going to be in the paint, and most of your buckets are going to be with contact, because there's always going to be somebody in the paint with you. Most of the time, they're not going to just leave the paint wide open, because then everybody could just dunk the ball, lay the ball up. So, most of the times, as a big man, a lot of your layups and stuff, dunks are going to be contact and contested, so you want to have that fearless finisher. And then finally, our last badge that I'm going with is going to be none other than Masher, because there are a lot of people making smaller builds. I've kind of noticed this as we progress through this season, that I'm starting to see a lot more smaller center builds. I've seen a lot more 6'10s. I've even started seeing 6'9s, which is crazy to me because they're, you know, I don't know. I like my 7-foot big, but I've seen some 6'10s and even some 6'9s now, and they're speedy as hell. They're quick as hell. They can get up and down the court. But, you know, they're still not going to be able to play the absolute best defense. They're not as bad as the 6'8s were in like 2K20 and 2K21. But they were still, you know, they're still kind of useful if you're playing with another power forward or another big man that's 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". That in conjunction with both of them in the paint being quick, faster than you and stuff like that, it can be a problem. And that's why I like to run mash on just bronze, because it's going to help you just move these little guys out the way. You're just going to body bag them. You're just going to just go up with everything. You're going to look like Jokic. You know what I'm saying? You're going to look like Jokic. You're going to look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You're going to look like Wilt Chamberlain. You're going to look like you're playing against 8th graders, bro. You're just going to be and just dropping a ball in the net, you know, over these little players, you know. So you want to have mash. I wouldn't go with a super high level, again, because, you know, you might be playing against a 7'3" big or a 7'2", 7'1" big. But I like to throw this on bronze for when I do have those matchups of 6'10", 6'9s and stuff like that. Or I get lucky and there's a power forward that's like 6'7", 6'8 on me. Then I'm going to abuse them even more, you know. So you want to have that insurance policy of masher just on bronze. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put it on nothing crazy, Hall of Fame, gold, stuff like that, unless you're a 7'3" big. But, you know, at 7 feet, you know, it's nice to have that on bronze, because you will have that mismatch occasionally where you can really put this badge to use. And that is my badge layout. Once again, we're looking at silver back down Punisher, silver fast twitch, drop stepper and rise up with bronze fearless finisher, masher, and post spin. Let's back out, and then we'll go with our next build, which is going to be 27 finishing badges. So you can see we have the same setup: 7 feet tall, 250, 7'5" wingspan, body shape don't matter, but you know I like to go define. And then these are the stats that I'm running with for this build. We're looking at a 96 close shot, a 70 layup, a 75 driving dunk, a 95 standing, and a 95 post control with 98 strength. You know, pretty much same across the board, same takeovers and stuff like that across the board. Pretty much same everything, except we just a little bit better, you know, finishing wise. You know, we're a lot better finishing wise. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna naturally have more badges that we can put on our build because we're better finishing wise. So there we go. And now to start our build, this is gonna be the major difference between this badge layout and the last badge layout is that we're actually gonna have not just gold badges, but we're also going to have Hall of Fame badges. So starting out, we're going to be running with Hall of Fame fast twitch, one of the best finishing badges you can have as a big man. And of course, we're going to be running Hall of Fame drop stepper, two of the best finishing badges as far as big men badges go. Just ridiculously good. For our gold badges, we're going to be running gold back down Punisher. We'll be running gold rise up. And then I'm also going to be running, and this is going to shock some people, but gold fearless finisher. And the reason why like I said, gold fearless finisher is because, you know, if you're in the paint, most of your shots are going to be contested. It's going to be a body on you or up against you. You're going to be absorbing a lot of contact. You're going to be wasting a lot of stamina, and you want to conserve as much energy as you can. And you also want to, you know, increase your percentages as much as you can for, you know, of course, making the basket, making the layups and stuff like that. As far as bronze badges, we're going to be running the same bronze badges. We're going to be running bronze masher, of course. And of course, you know, we're going to be running bronze post spin technician. Now, here we go with the one new additional badge. And this one badge is going to, you know, shock some people. People probably going to be like, wait, you're running that? You're not running Hall of Fame bullet. Well, yeah. Okay. And this is now honorable mention, I will say honorable mention, you can go with Aerial Wizard, you know, which is really good for catching alley-oops and stuff like that. You could even go with like a Posterizer or a Slithery. I wouldn't be mad at you putting those badges on. But the last badge that I'm going to be running with for my bronze, final bronze badge, and that's going to be Acrobat. You know, and you could just look at the description and tell why I'm going with Acrobat, because look at all of the different types of layups and animations that you're going to get a boost for by doing. You're going to get a boost for doing spin layups, half spin layups, hop steps, euro steps, cradles, reverse, double clutch, chain shot layups, like everything. And then when you apply that boost, you're most likely going to be applying that gold fearless finisher boost, because 9 times out of 10 when you're doing these layups, you're probably going to be getting hit with contact and stuff like that, and that boost is then going to stack with fearless finisher and acrobat. You know what I'm saying? So that's why acrobat is going to be the final badge that I go with. Our final badge layouts, looking at Hall of Fame fast twitch and drop stepper with gold back down punisher, rise up, and fearless finisher. And then finally bronze masher, postman technician, and acrobat. I feel like this is just one of the best, badge layouts for big men, especially if you only have 27 points. You know what I'm saying? You can get a lot done. And you're just going to be hard to guard in the paint, man. Like, whether it's the one-on-one posting up, whether it's in the pick and roll, anything of that nature, you're just going to be an issue. You can score either way, whether somebody's feeding you the ball or whether you are, posting up and banging down low and getting the basket yourself. But yeah, that is my badge layout for big men. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K23 content. I'm out, guys. Peace.